Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie, and I'm one of the counselors here at Directions EAP. And today we're going to be doing another video on the mental health matters. This is going to be a series of short videos that we have provided for you, hoping that when you have a minute, you'll be able to take some time to think about these topics, and hopefully they will be a help to you because mental health does matter. Today, our topic is developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Got a question for you. Have you ever worked alongside of anybody that has a negative attitude? I think we probably all said yes to that question. What was it about that person? What was it about that situation that comes to mind? Were they someone who complained a lot? Maybe it was gossip. Maybe it was a lot of resentment, just lots of negativity. And how did that impact you? How is it to work alongside someone that has a negative attitude? I think we need to start there because sometimes we need to recognize that, is it ever us? Is that sometime us when we get to work and we're not in the best of moods? We don't want to be that person. So today we're going to talk a little bit about developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I've started with a quote there. We have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. Kind of like we get ready for work, we get dressed, we do everything we need to do, but we also need to put on a positive attitude. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string that we have, and that is attitude. I'm convinced that 10% of life is what happens to us, and 90% is how we react to it. What a great quote, I think, to recognize that we have the 90% control of how we're going to handle things in our life. It's not about who we are. We wouldn't be happy and positive if we had this or we were that person. It's not about who we are or what we have. Optimists, are happy people, positive people. They see the glass as half full. Optimists, there is a study that shared that optimists are generally healthier, they live longer, are more successful, score higher on aptitude tests, and actually that positive energy is very attractive to other people. Again, remember when we're thinking of someone with a negative attitude, it's not attractive. It really can be repelling, and it just ends up taking a lot of energy away from us. To be around somebody who's optimistic and positive attracts other people and helps them build each other up. So if we sometimes struggle, and we all do, how do we get our attitude to work for us? Here are a few tips. First of all, believe in yourself. What is that message that is in your head? Is it positive? Do you have positive self-talk? Picturing yourself with positive visualizations, picturing yourself handling situations with self-confidence and strength and calm. Another thing is to work on problems directly, attack them head on. When a problem and everything happens that we can't anticipate, stress happens. How do we work on that? Do we consider it a challenge and address it, or do we avoid it? I think if we can have a strong positive attitude, we're going to attack those problems head on. Look for the bright side. In any situation, in every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. But it takes a little effort to say, okay, well, because of this, then this. Finding the bright side. An attitude of gratitude is an absolute must too. Recognizing that while the last 2 years, and even before COVID, stress was an inevitable part of our lives. But what do we have to be grateful for? It's often that our brain will focus on the things that aren't going well. But what we need to do is be very deliberate about what is going well. What do I have to be grateful for? When we have a sense of humor too, it is important because it can make any task fun. We're more creative, we handle stress better and enjoy life. But we also need to recognize and reward ourselves for a job well done. We have gotten through every single stressful day that has faced us, and we've done it. You have gotten through some tough times at work. Every day there's something that goes well, and probably it's a good idea, again, rewarding ourselves for a job well done. What are 3 things that went well every day so that I'm leaving work and focusing on all of the things that were positive in my day? As far as reversing a negative attitude, if that is something you struggle with, I think we start with looking within to determine why? Why am I feeling down? And what can I do? What are those things I can do that are going to help me reverse that? Ingratitude breeds negativity. So we really need to replace it with an attitude of gratitude. Forgive. If there is something, a resentment, and maybe you're entitled to it, maybe it's a situation that has really been difficult for you to deal with. What I would like to encourage you to do is let it go. Forgive. It really is a gift you can give yourself to let go of old resentments. It will lift a lot of weight off of you. And again, be aware of what are those thoughts? Are my thoughts negative? And trying to recognize what are some positive thoughts I can replace those with. And it really takes a deliberate effort to focus on positive thinking. One of the things I think that positive people have is a cheerful disposition. Of all the things that you wear, your expression is the most important. And I think really we aren't always aware of what our facial expression looks like. What is our affect? Is it bright? Is it welcoming? Is it approachable? It might be helpful to look in the mirror and just really look at what your facial expression what message it might be sending, because we really can brighten our affect by even just a simple thing as smiling. Not only does smiling brighten our affect, but it causes a positive tone in our voice. Have you ever called anywhere and you can tell that the person is smiling? Because you certainly can tell when they're not smiling. It causes their voice to be negative. I read a bit of research, and this has been a few years ago, but the average number of smiles and laughs per day of a preschooler is around 400. That's pretty mind-boggling. That's a very high number, but we all know that that's the case. The staggering kind of sad piece of that research is by age 35, it's down to about 15 smiles and laughs per day. So if anything, I hope I can challenge you today to practice smiling, practice laughing. That helps you because it releases some of those endorphins in our brain, and it's a wonderful thing for any coworkers, any patients, anyone to hear someone laughing. I wanted to just mention, I'm not sure if any of you are aware of the fish market. Have you ever been to Seattle, Washington? If you have, you might have been aware of the world famous Pike Place Fish Market in Seattle. And they have kind of a video with 4 main components. We've done this presentation for lots of different businesses, but I wanted to include it today and encourage you to go online and watch the video when you have a minute. Their 4 components are play, make their day, be there, and choose your attitude. This fish market, I can't imagine any of us would want to work there. It would not be a fun job. They're hauling fish every morning from the dock. They're presenting them to all these customers. People are asking the same questions over and over. It probably doesn't smell very well either, but they are the most successful fish market along this street. And because they make it fun, they play, they interact with an engaging personality with their customers. They're there to make their customers smile and their coworkers smile, to do something to make their day and to be there, be present with each other, with our coworkers, with our patients, and to make sure we are choosing your attitude, choosing our attitude every day when they come to work, to choose the attitude that's going to continue to bring positive energy to their workplace. And I want you to think about how maybe you or your team could replicate their energy at your workplace. I want to add just a bit of, they have a few suggestions here, a little list of choosing our attitude. I want to give you just some of those nuggets. Have a humorous point of view. Again, find something fun about your work. Find something funny to be able to share with others. Keep smiling. Give everybody a smile. They're struggling too, and a smile from you might be the one positive thing that happens today for them. Give at least 3 people compliments every day. I hope I do that every day. It's a good challenge to find somebody to compliment, whether it be their smile, they're wearing your favorite color, whatever it can be. Learn to want what you have. Again, that attitude of gratitude is super, super important. Don't sweat the small stuff. Hopefully, you can adjust and adapt and let those things go sooner. Please don't take a bad attitude home to your family, and please don't bring your bad attitude to work. We need to be able to keep those things separate. When we get to work, we need to be here, be present, be engaged, be there, make our day for our coworkers and patients. But when we're home with our family, we need to be there with them too and bring a positive attitude to interact with them. Continually focus on good things. Be that optimist. Look for 3 things that went well every day. Care about your coworkers. Be glad that you're there to help. Have that customer service attitude. I hope you will watch the fish video and realize that they just knock it out of the park every day in their customer service approach. Say good morning, say hello, say hi. Ask people how are they doing. It's okay. It's really important, I think, for people to feel that connection. Figure out funny answers to common questions, and please don't buy into the negativity of others. If that coworker has a negative attitude, you're probably not going to convince them out of it, trying to argue them out of it, but be the change you want to see. Be that optimistic person, that person with a positive attitude that they want to be more like. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you will take some of this information and take a look at your own attitude and make one small change. 1 or 2 small changes make a huge difference to finding that positive attitude among our own, what we can control. So thanks again for joining me. Have a good rest of your day.